Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to say thank you all very much for giving me 3,000 subscribers. It's made me super happy. I hit the number something like last night. It was sometime probably around, I don't remember, I'd gotten out of school at that point by the time I hit 3,000, so it was sometime after that, after like 3 or whatever. But thank you guys very much for enjoying my content enough to be willing to subscribe. It makes me super happy and makes me want to keep going. I'm also really close to monetization, so anything y'all can do, liking, subscribing, hitting that little bell thingy that only sort of works. Any of that y'all can do, I would be greatly appreciative. It's very it makes me very happy that y'all are think my content is good. So in any way that is. Today I wanted to do a review on the MiG-23ML. This was a premium for the Soviets that I got on this Christmas because it was half off. And so honestly, the thing I dislike about the packs is that these pixel planes, like these are made of pixels, you know, and yes, you'll use them forever in your account. And so like they last a while, they give you lots of rewards, they can let you unlock literally the entire tech tree, which is what I've done. I've unlocked like literally all of these planes and most of these actually, even with the MiG-23. And I've used it a good bit. If you look at this, these numbers right here, I've already used it a good bit. Almost 2 million SL. I have a slightly positive KD, which I'm very proud of, and a 63% win ratio. So it's a pretty good plane. But the thing about these things is that honestly, I wish that they weren't, $35. I wish that they were, I don't know, 15, or free. Not free, but like earnable in game, etc. I understand that Gaijin wants to make money, and they do. They sure as heck do. But I think that they're a little overpriced, in my opinion, even on sale. But I picked this up, and I've really enjoyed it. So I'm going to give you all to show off how it works, my recommendations on loadouts and such, and some cool games I had. So I hope you guys enjoy. So for loadouts, what I usually run is two R24Rs, not R24Ts. R24Ts are really good too, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. But R24Rs, the radar missiles, the SAR, that's what that means, is radar missiles. They're really good. In fact, they're too good, honestly, in my opinion. They work better than the Sparrows, the M7Ms, for whatever reason, that you can find like the F-15A. So that's kind of weird, but they do work, and so I really like these missiles. I use two of them, and then I usually carry four of the R60Ms, which are okay. They're like AIM 9Ls that don't work as well, so they're kind of weird to lock on things, but they do work most of the time. They'll run out of fuel sometimes before they hit a target that they should hit. But I usually run this. This gives me 6 air-to-air missiles and a cannon with 200 rounds. That's like the default, internal cannon, internal 23mm. I didn't know it was double barrel, but this thing. Only downside to this cannon being so small with 200 rounds, it seems like the case with most Russian planes in general, is that it just has no ammo. Like this one, for instance, is one of my favorite planes that I've used in the Russian tree. This thing only has it's like 5 or 6 seconds of firing before you run out of ammo. Same thing with this one. It's like literally 4 seconds of continuous fire and you're out of ammo, or maybe it's 4.5 or 5, right? But it's something very, very low. You sit there and you fire at a couple of planes, and if you're not very judicious about how you shoot, you will run out of ammo very easily. So that's just something to be aware of. You have to be very careful. Whereas like the F-16, you can just like hammer on people. Yeah, you have limited rounds, but you can fire, right? You can shoot at things. The A-10 goes without saying, and like the even like stuff like the F-89 that I've played a lot around with, it has 6 guns and each one has 200 bullets in it, so it's supposedly similar, but no, you fire for a very long time with this. 1,200 rounds, and you get to use them. You get to fire a lot. It's like 10 seconds or 20 seconds of fire. So bear that in mind. One way that I actually tried to fix that, this right here is a little loadout I was playing around with at first, and I was trying to see, I was hoping that there would be a cannon in this slot, in slot 3, or slot in the middle one, but there's not. So you have the R24s, T or R, whichever. I'll just put one of each, because it is your choice. It's really oh, you can't? Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, but it's really up to preference, because the R24T is just an IR infrared, so like the R60's all aspect missile lock version of the R24R, and so it'll travel like 20 kilometers to hit a target, and it does. I've done it. It's pretty fun, honestly. But I was looking to put an extra cannon to increase the amount of ammo I had, and so that's what this is. I put a cannon on one side and a radar missile on the other, and the problem is the plane doesn't feel balanced, and you only get one radar missile, whereas these are where the majority of my kills come from. So only having the one radar missile is kind of an L, but also this kind of weird that the plane, when you're taking off, when you have the cannon on it, it's like it sags off to the right, not the left. So you have it on the left pylon, right? The cannon on the left pylon, but the missile actually weighs more, so the plane like falls to the right as you're flying and taking off. And then once you've fired off the radar missile, it falls to the left until you fire out that whole cannon. And so it kind of unbalances your plane in a weird way, so I don't really recommend doing it. It was kind of fun for a game or two, but I just wouldn't recommend it. So also for bases, kind of messed over. This is supposed to be like a fighter, like an actual like air-to-air fighter, like air superiority. But you can kill a base, I put in quotes. What you do is, I guess you take these two and either the 500s on the wingtips, or yeah, I think that's all what you can do. You take 2 incendiaries and the 2 500s, 500 kilograms, because these are exactly half a base. So 1-2 is exactly half a base, and then this should be exactly half a base. So I guess there is a way to take out a base. Then again, that takes all of your fun offensive power. So I just wouldn't do that. I would just try to use it as a fighter, or go this other route where you can carry either the 2 500s and the 4 R60s, or the rockets. The rockets work the same way. You can take about half a base with the rockets. So yeah. And then You also actually have quite a few countermeasures, which is kind of surprising. They're large, they're quote large caliber countermeasures. They kind of look like shotgun shells up on the top of this thing. But those countermeasures are actually pretty good. They will stop, like most missiles will take like 90-degree turns to follow them, even when you're running full burner. In AIM-9M, you're going to have to do a bit more than that, but for the most part, they're pretty darn good. And then if you're curious what I prefer, I always prefer this because I'm paranoid and I don't like it getting hit by... I like messing with people's radars, so I do mixed. But if you do just standard, you'll have 72, or well, it usually cuts it in half, so 36 flares that you can just not. Is it 30? Yeah, 36. Sorry, I make sure I'm not bad at math. You get 36 flares if you add that flare pod in the middle. But with that, I think that's pretty much everything I have to say. Your matches, every game in top tier tends to vary pretty much in how they end up going on, right? So right here, I've got a couple of games where I mean, I have premium, so I do get a bit of an advantage when it comes to resources. Usually my average game, I get two, this one of them is an AI kill, so it doesn't really count, but 2 player kills is usually about 50,000 Silver Lions. Right, so about 50,000 SL for that. Get a base and something, you can get about 30, and 1 kill is about, hold on, this one's 1 kill and an assist, you get about 30k. So I mean, you know, it's pretty good money coming in. And then if you have premium and you get shot down, you can get, this was me crashing, but I think it was anyway, but this one, you get, you know, a little bit of research, a pretty good amount of research for pretty much doing nothing. You just take off and get shot down, and you get a pretty good amount of research. This one right here, I shot some ground targets because everyone took all the bases and all the planes before I could do anything, and I think I got shot down by one of the last 2 surviving enemy players. So it was a little frustrating, but I still, even then, I got 5,000 research points. And so honestly, I kind of wish ground was like that. Ground, it's like you don't do anything and you get like 10 research points. Like you get killed 3 times by people in like frustrating ways or whatever, and you get like 10 RP, and that's just how ground has always been. And I kind of hate that. I don't get why air is so much better and or so much more rewarding, but that's just my little commentary there. And if you're still here, one last tip before we end: be careful with your speed. If you pop around over Mach 1.2, your wings really like to just, you know, fly off the plane. So be careful. And your wings could very much take a vacation that you didn't intend for them to do. When it says reduce speed, you don't have to necessarily immediately cut your burners or anything, but I would recommend not going too fast for too long, because this thing will rip. It does have some selenium built into it, but it will rip. I have ripped my plane before. With that, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please, if you want me to review any other things, please let me know. I will be getting some more planes when the next sale comes in, for instance, because the Mirage 2000, I got the Mirage 2000. I played with it a little bit. I made a video with it, previewing it, but I didn't really want it. So here is what its current price is. I'm waiting for it to hopefully go above $30, and then I'll sell it, so I'll have enough money for like 2 packs or really close to 2 packs. So I could get, I don't know, maybe the Tornado. Is what I thought. I mean, this was brand new, so I don't know that this will be on sale for a while, but you know, this kind of plane, like Tornado or the Laser M or something, which, I mean, honestly, the Laser M, if the matchmaker is changing, which it is, this might be a good pick. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to play around with it, see if I like it. I've never used a MiG-21. We'll have to see. And there's also stuff like the F4J, you know, the British F4, you know, so there's a lot of things out there that I could look into buying. And if y'all want me to do something specific, or you know of a plane that's just really overperforming, let me know. I want to know. So thank you for watching and have a great day. I'm so happy to have 3,000. Y'all are great.